You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
This is Fitzy and Wippa.
We are a long way from home at the moment.
Live from Los Angeles.
The G'day USA, thanks to our friends at Stan, bringing Hollywood home to Australia.
Matty Nable was at G'day USA. Now, you might know Matty's been in, well, he was in The Dry. He just plays a prig of a bloke really well.
Yeah, he does. A great Aussie actor. Amazing history, too. We were talking to Russell Crowe about him the other day.
Yeah.
Had a run down at the Rabbitohs. Then he wrote this film, Transfusion, which is on Stan, and it is awesome.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. We absolutely adore it. If you've seen Mr. In Between as well, he's unreal in that. But he's got his own movie. He's written this himself, got Sam Worthington involved. It's called Transfusion, and it's on Stan now. I've watched it twice. It's
so good.
an amazing
So
ending
good.
to it as well. It is full on, and we got to have a chat to him on the blue carpet. One man who loves the blue carpet is Matty Nable. His brand new movie, Transfusion's on Stan. Congratulations, mate. It's unbelievable.
Thank you, mate.
Gee, you play a prick really well,
Yeah,
Matt. You know that.
Thank you.
Even back in the Bikie War days.
Oh, Jesus, that's a while ago. Yeah.
when you had an accent.
I did. I was Jock. Yeah,
That's when I fell in love with you.
Oh, thank you very much.
But to see
Wippa.
you be an angry ex-serviceman just trying to put a meal on the table,
Yes.
perfect role for you.
Thank you very much, mate. Well, look, I grew up around a lot of affected men. My old man was in the army for 20 years. So,
Was he?
Yeah, so we moved
So
around
you knew
army
a bit about
barracks. A lot about it, yeah. So that was the sort of genesis of the story, was writing about things I know. We haven't hit anyone over the head with a film. It just sits over everything. So when you consider there's a lot of talk these days about toxic masculinity, which gets thrown around and which is really divisive. And when you consider these men who present as masculine people, and unfortunately in epidemic proportions, they're taking their own lives. So there's a lot of stuff that lies in between. For me, it was dealing with those issues and trying to represent those issues in a very authentic light.
Do you know what's interesting too about you from Sam, and also we had Russell Crowe on the show the other day. We were talking off air, and he was saying about your work and your commitment to it and how much writing you do. But he also said, different to the roles he plays, he's just a big softie.
Yeah, look, and I did a job with Russ as well, and Russell shows what he wants to show, but in between all that, he's a really, really compassionate, good heart. I mean, I have a brother who's suffering from motor neuron disease, and what I presented to Russell, the help he gave me was extraordinary. So, and Sam the same, you know.
Hey, I know you as the voice on Fox Sports.
Yes.
And every time Tim Zhu has a fight, Matty Nable's voice pops up.
Yes.
Can you remember some of the lines with big bouts coming up? Let's say Fitzy was fighting Wippa, and you were promoting that, Matty. I mean, what?
What would I say? Fitzy versus Wippa. Little man versus big man.
Well, yep.
Only one winner. I'm on Wippa.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
You go on the big man.
Well, you were down at the Rabbitohs, weren't you?
Yeah, I played at Manly and South. I was Manly junior, so
Right.
played a little bit of first grade there at Manly, and then went to South Sydney, played a little bit there. I was a carpenter, you know, so you work, and there was no
Yeah.
full-time gig or anything like that. And then I boxed as a kid, and then fought until I was like 31. And then
How'd you get into acting then?
I wrote something and then revisited it years later, and I went out with a couple of other mates and raised $1.6 million.
Mate,
Decided I'd
jeez.
play the role, and very shortly after that I was in America working. So it's a very, very unconventional sort of path, but it's the way it is.
You got a romantic comedy next, or what are you doing?
I'm not sure I'm going to get cast in one of them, so
Hey,
Mate,
great
Matty,
to chat.
congratulations on Transfusion.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Well done, brother.
Really good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Enjoy the night.
See you, buddy.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.